We're live. Oh my goodness.
Guys, we got bad news. I'm so sorry. Turns out that everything that we thought was evolution, it all happens. It all happens, guys. Don't worry about that. That hasn't changed. But it turns out it's all turbo adaptation. Fucking A. I nobody told me, you guys. And but luckily somebody finally clued me in. And so now we get to know that the truth about how biodiversity develops on the planet, and it's not evolution. It's all the exact same mechanisms that cause evolution. They're just named something different. It's turbo adaptation. So we're going to talk today about the new JimBobian field of turbo adaptational biology. Well, should it be
It's
turbo
like this.
adaptational? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Today, we suffer and mourn the loss of Dolly Parton and Tim Curry, but also
Oh no, Tim
to,
Curry.
Tim Curry died at the exact same age as Dolly. I smell a conspiracy. But anyway, today is the birth of a revolution in biology.
I know.
Adaptation.
You were here
Yes.
for it. Mark
I look
this
forward
under
to
the
telling my
calendar.
kids about this someday.
That's right. Tell your grandchildren that you were there when we got a new theory.
100 years from now, textbooks in schools everywhere are going to be teaching the JimBobian theory of turbo adaptation, and we're all going to be long forgotten, sad little apes just walking around. Man, it's a
all
rough day
happened.
for us guys. But
And
you know, yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
It all happened on the day the Rocky Horror Picture Show and country music died.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But we have the new turbo adaptational biology to look forward to. We get to explore that and use it to discover all kinds of new things. I'm sure we'll be breaking ground on new fields of inquiry using turbo adaptational. Well, should it be turbo adaptational biology, or should it be turbo adaptional biology? Because I feel like adaptional, it's shorter, it's a little faster than adaptational.
Oh, and cancer is caused when the turbo adapter is pointed in the wrong direction.
100%.
The turbocharger.
Yep. We're understanding all kinds of new things about biology thanks to JimBob's forbearance and guidance here. Like, well, we stand on the shoulders of giants, truly.
We do.
Yeah.
He is a giant. He's he knows so many big words, and he says them a lot.
Yeah. That's a big cornerstone of turbo adaptional biology. So maybe it should be turbo adaptational, so it's as big and lunky and unwieldy as possible. Like JimBob.
Like, what I'm visualizing here as part of the theory is that when the little pairs of animals hopped off the ark on their way to Australia and wherever, they were handed out these little turbochargers so that they could turbo adapt.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And so it probably had a map of where they were supposed to go and a description of the ecology that was there, so they could start, working on getting adaptations that fit that ecology, so that when they got there, they could hit the ground running.
With all that diversity. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, Mike.
Yes, it does. This is an excellent theory. I like it.
I hope we get to hear from the man himself.
We could. You want me to play a clip here?
Well, I meant I hope he pops up in the side chat like he often does when we stream about him, and we can, ask him some questions, grill him about his brilliant new theory.
He was engaging me about the only thing he has to say about me is my speech defect.
Yeah, right.
And, that's it. That's all he's got. The only criticism he has of me is I'm old and have a speech defect. Way to go! What a wonderful intellectual he is.
Listen, you need to turbo adapt, Mike. You need to turbo adapt a more conventional form of speech and intonation, and you need to turbo adapt the ability to stay young forever. And then you also need to turbo adapt to tough skin, so that JimBob's stupid comments don't bug you as much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you got a lot of turbo adapting to do. I think we really will need to hear from JimBob himself to figure out how you're going to accomplish all that turbo adapting without any lethal mutations, because that'll be tricky to pull off.
And how did he come up with that with the scientific method? What was his observation?
Yeah, for sure.
Hypothesis? How is he going to test it? How is he going to falsify it?
Yeah,
all of that. He could tell us if he came on.
I'm so excited. These are all questions that we can try to answer now that somebody came up with this shit.
Fucking spooky. Assumed it was the drugs. Damn it. Damn kids today. Okay, should I play it?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Our favorite evolution denier, Turbo Adaptation by JimBob. Made by Turbo Adaptation. He did a stream today. Evo Cope Fest. Ironic. It seems like he's the one who's coping about Evo. But anyways,
say that JimBob should probably turbo evolve some better stream naming skills. Because he turbo evolved a stream name that sounds like he's coping about evolution. It imparts the exact opposite message. And then that was in the thumbnail of the stream, and then the actual name of the stream was like reading the worst comments or something like that.
Dumbest comments. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's like that's kind of ironic, but yeah.
Okay.
Earth creationist. I decided to ask him this question because he's a young Earth creationist, so he has to choose between either super strong, ultra rapid, turbo evolution on cosmic steroids after the flood, so that all the modern species can evolve from the species that were on the ark, so it's a small enough number that you can actually fit the species on the ark, or he has to choose between a magic zoo boat that's bigger on the inside like a TARDIS, so he can fit millions of species on it. So I asked him this question. Let's listen to its answer. It's pretty enlightening.
There's no mega turbo evolution because, Austin, you need to defend what evolution is. You can't say there's evolution turbo. Now, what we're learning, as I said in the debate last night, is that turbo adaptation is a thing. We can demonstrate that. There's a lizard that was transported from one location where it was...
It's funny.
Are you okay, Austin?
I laughed so hard I almost died. I truly did. I almost.
Oh, this is what we're learning. Oh, we're learning this now. He's read the latest scientific papers, and we're learning about turbo adaptation.
I almost turbo adapted from being alive to not being alive anymore.
This guy could fucking kill you. Like when he comes up with this essential stuff, I almost I don't laugh. I just sit there with my mouth open, like, what the fuck did you just say?
Mind blowing, yeah.
The last question I asked him on his live stream, and he responded to it. Maybe I can find it and we could play it. Was what is the essential feature of a rock? And he responded, and he tried to tell me what the essential feature of a rock is, and it really is hilarious.
Oh, that does sound hilarious. I was at work processing data, and I had this on in the background. And when he said this, I had to bite my lip and clutch my desk to keep from screaming with laughter in my cell, because I didn't want to draw attention to myself, but I was wheezing at my desk. Like, I almost fell out of my chair.
So everybody click on that Austin's YouTube video and give a like, and let it run in the background so he gets a view.
Share it with your significant other, share it with your friends, share it with your priest, share it with your pastor, share it with the hobo you see on the corner. Yeah, Just
with the
get it
kids,
around.
man.
Yeah.
Get it around. Yeah. Yeah. Go to a schoolyard and say, hey, hey, you want to see this, kid? You know, do that.
We shouldn't recommend that.
Drive,
Probably a
but
bad idea.
make sure you have a white van when you go there.
Mike, stop. Disavow. Disavow.
Okay. I'm just a suggestion. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, but we had we were handing out Halloween candy, and we would buy 2 tote boxes, grocery store tote boxes full of candy for about $200, and we ended up with like 20 trick-or-treaters, right? So I told the kids I was going to load up the white van and go down the street and start giving candy away to kids, and my kids talked me out of it.
You can see in this still image how hard I've been hit by turbo adaptation, you guys. It's really made an impact. I think it's going to affect the trajectory of my career, honestly.
It will.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Okay.
Well, see,
Do you want
that's
to
the
play the
sound
rest
of
of
a
your video, or
person-
do you? Huh?
That's the sound of a person adapting to a new theory. It
I
tickles me
know,
because
yes.
that's why you were laughing.
Yes, I was a turbo adapting indeed.
Yes, this is what happened when evolutionist worldviews are crushed.
Yeah,
We end up laughing our asses off.
yeah. You got to turbo adapt.
It's
You
like
want to
that
play the
laughing
rest of your
piece,
video,
like in
or do you want to
Middle
make
Ages.
people go watch it?
We can play the rest of it. That's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. But everybody should go watch it anyway and give it a view. So.
Yeah. You know what? Go watch it anyways, because like I said, it gets funnier every time.
It's not evolution, you guys. It's turbo adaptation, okay?
Mhm.
Turbo adaptation is real and evolution isn't. And turbo adaptation is different from evolution because reasons, okay?
Reasons,
And you know what? Here's a great example of turbo adaptation. Speciation. Ha! Checkmate, Evotard.
Father. Oh, Father.
Oh shit. That explains it all.
Oh,
Speciation,
man.
everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh gosh. It's like when flat earthers say that things move because of density instead of gravity.
Yeah. Maybe it was a really tiny boat, like those little rubber duckies you get in the bathtub, and there were only 2 animals on it, and they all turbo adapted to all the other
Yes.
animals. Yes.
Dude, we are like
No.
cooking with this turbo adaptation.
Better yet,
Yeah.
it was 2 little bacteria on a little tiny rubber ducky boat
Absolutely.
riding on top of the flood.
Dude, it makes so much sense.
That does.
God, it's like I've finally been given the puzzle piece that makes it all clear. I'm so glad I was watching this stream today, you guys.
Oh yeah. I love tuning in to JimBob every now and then to hear him talk about essential features.
Yeah. No, isn't it kind of fascinating to have an evolution denier present speciation as an argument against evolution? I would have never seen that coming. Couldn't have told you that one. Couldn't have predicted that.
I don't want to hook myself on my anatomy tools. I dropped them on the floor.
You need to turbo adapt either some better awareness, Mike, or you need to turbo adapt some more tough skin. Like you need to turbo adapt and deal with that. Okay. Now that you know about turbo adaptation, you have no excuse. He's here. The man is here. He's hit the chat.
By JimBob.
Oh,
memory
thank goodness.
gland's an essential feature of a mammal. Okay, now tell us what the essential feature of a rock is again, JimBob.
Listen, I don't have the right to answer any questions you ask me. You're the expert today. Like you're the progenitor of turbo adaptational biology, and I have questions for you. I need you to enlighten me. Like I was saying, I feel like we've been given the puzzle piece, and we need some more explaining of how it fits into the puzzle. Like, If you want to come up and talk, that'd be great. Like this is a very auspicious day.
Yeah, we could put the link out there for JimBob to come in and tell us about turbo adaptation.
I would love to hear about turbo adaptation. No, you can't leave. Dude, you just founded a new field of biology. You can't dip out. You want us to take care of your baby and treat her right? Like, we don't want to implement turbo adaptational biology wrong, JimBob. That could have serious repercussions.
So let's see. So JimBob, if shale, okay, what is the essential feature of shale or mudstone? What is the essential feature of that? It must have an essential property in order to be mudstone. What is it? I'd like you to tell me, and whether or not it can evolve into slate or not, because it couldn't, because slate wouldn't have that essential feature, right?
I think the most important question that I need you to clear up about turbo adaptational biology for me, JimBob, is the genetic aspect of it. So if you could come up and answer some questions about that, that would be great. Because I do see you're still in the chat there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Mammary glands are one synapomorphy of the clade mammalia, among others.
Yeah, 3 ear bones would be another one.
But how could they come from something that didn't have breasts?
Well, it's almost like the mammary glands are like a modified sweat gland or something like that. But honestly, like I said, I don't know how to answer any questions in biology anymore. I need the turbo adaptational view of these things before I can weigh in. There's a whole field of biology I just discovered I don't know shit about.
I know.
And I need the expert to get up here and elucidate it for me.
So why did they quit turbo adapting?
That's another great question that I would also like to ask the progenitor of turbo adaptational biology. Like, I don't know why he's not willing.
I
The
guess
turbocharger
they, lost
belt
their
broke?
adaptory gland or something.
That's probably what it is. Yeah, or it ran out of God juice.
The belt broke on the turbocharger.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. And you can't get a new belt because of the fall.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a good example of genetic entropy. The belt broke on the turbo adapter. Yeah. You are so fun, JimBob. You are just a barrel of fucking monkeys.
Are you still there? Made by Turbo Adaptation.
We love you so much, JimBob.
Yeah.
You've just been a gift.
JimBob, do you think we could change the name of our debate from is evolution scientific to evolution versus turbo adaptation? I would love to do that. If we could do that, that would be great.
When are you debating him, or are you?
Like 20 days, something like that. Next month,
Modern
around
day
the
debate?
17th or the 18th.
Modern day debate?
No, breakfast tacos.
Oh, tacos. Okay, good. We want to check that out. Anyway.
Honestly, like, do we even need to debate anymore? Like, is evolution scientific? Well, clearly turbo adaptation is. I mean, you might not call that evolution. It seems like a version, some kind of evolution to me. I think you could call it a variety of evolution. So if you accept turbo adaptation as scientific, you for sure accept that, evolution is scientific, right? Or don't you?
The essential property of a rock is it's non-living. So is that what else is that an essential property? That's an essential property of water too, probably, of the ocean.
What's the essential property of living?
Yeah, right. What's the essential property of living? What's the essential property of a virus? Non-living or living? There's a debate for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to play some more of you. Do you ever get done laughing?
I think so, eventually. It's hard to say when.
I just love watching this.
Okay.
I have got to clip this.
In case you don't know what he's talking about a speciation event, which, by the way, speciation in real life terms and in the real world, not in made up JimBob fantasy turbo adaptation land. That's called macroevolution. Speciation.
Would you want to say?
I was way too flippant and dismissive there. Clearly, turbo adaptation is the real world, and evolution is the made up fake world. I'm adjusting to the new world still, Jim Bob. So, be patient with me.
Okay, we got DeFreak here. Let's see. Well, he'll have to speak on it. Sounds like it's incorporated into huge gaps in evolution. What are you talking? I don't know what the fuck. And then he says carbon-based organic chemistry. So okay. What about coal? Is that living? So is that a living rock? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh no, Jim Bob
It's a
left.
dead rock. A dead rock or a living rock? Because it used to be a living thing, but now it evolved into a non-living thing. So what is the essential property? Did it lose an essential property?
I wonder why Jim Bob would run off instead of, hopping up to take a bow and congratulate himself on his huge accomplishment here. Since he's gone, I guess I can stop being giving him the false supply there and infantilizing him.
He's all puckered out.
There's zero gaps that this shit covers. It's fucking made up. There's no such thing as turbo adaptation. Think about it, DeFreak. What would turbo adaptation be? It would be a species changing its characteristics. How does a species change its characteristics? Via mutation and natural selection, cludging those mutations together. He's literally talking about evolution, DeFreak. He just doesn't want to call it evolution. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he obviously creates his own arguments. Yeah, he obviously creates his own arguments. Yeah, obviously.
He does.
That doesn't make them good.
He's really funny when he does because he doesn't know shit. He can't even understand populations. Like,
looking
I've got
at
an
the
example
shit
here
that comes out of Jim Bob's mouth and trying to put a pin on it by saying he obviously creates his own arguments. It's like calling your cat a free thinker for sitting right next to the litter box instead of in it.
Yeah, there you go. That's Jim Bob. He's thinking outside the litter box.
Yeah, he really is.
Or no, we could say he's stinking outside the litter box.
100%.
Yeah, stinking outside the litter box. That's Jim Bob. Anyway. Okay. More.
Yeah.
I put the StreamYard link out there in case
I love
wants to...
the faces you keep freezing me on, Mike. These are great.
I know. I'm gonna clip this shit, man.
Yeah, everybody you debate is
macro evolution.
Scott, louder.
What'd you say, Scott?
No, he's muted.
I think Scott's mic turbo adapted. Oh no, we got him back. Nope,
he turbo adapted back.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
If you talk loud,
they're going to clip those pictures and use them in their videos.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Evolution. No, it's turbo adaptation.
Oh my gosh! Pause it. 1 second.
Turbo adaptation
again,
because
turbo adaptation is continuing to just completely revolutionize my worldview, you guys. This video we're watching right now, this is literally turbo adaptation. We're watching one image turbo adapt into another, and then it's happening rapidly. This is nothing but turbo adaptation. Fucking, oh my God. This is Nobel Prize shit, you guys. This is crazy. Anyways, go ahead. Let's continue the turbo adaptation.
Okay.
Reasons. But anyways, he's talking about the speciation of the Macau wall lizards.
Yep.
And what that is Italian settlers went to an island. They brought an invasive lizard population with them.
The wall lizard.
That lizard population was insectivorous.
Yep.
So when the Italian settlers left the island, they didn't bother to exterminate the lizards because they figured the lizards would gobble up all their food sources and then they'd go extinct from starvation. So they left without getting rid of the lizards. Decades later, they came back, and wouldn't you know it, the lizard population was not only not eradicated, It was thriving because they'd evolved to be herbivorous.
Turbo adapted.
They evolved whole new gut structures. They evolved a whole new microbiome
Turbo
so that they
adapted.
could ingest a cellulose and plant-based diet. And that's what JimBob is calling turbo adaptation instead of macroevolution. So some more interesting comments on that. How is this turbo adaptation happening exactly, JimBob?
Yeah.
Because the example you provided, those changes occurred by mutations that got clutched together by selection. Man, there should be a word for that, maybe. Maybe people should come up with the word that's the name for that sort of thing. Oh, Bob has turbo adaptation. Nobody beat you to explaining that. You're the first one.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's the example. Here's why the turbo adaptation shit is ridiculous and so funny, because he doesn't believe that evolution can happen over millions or even billions of years and tens of hundreds of thousands of generations, but he thinks they can happen super duper fast through turbo adaptation. Well, that turbo adaptation is going to be produced by mutations in the genome. And to get that many turbo adaptations that fast, you're going to need a huge number of mutations. And no population of species will ever be able to survive being mutated that quickly. They're going to collapse, they're going to become infertile, and they're going to die from successive generations of inbreeding.
When I say die, I mean the population will die. It'll collapse. The individuals might survive being born. They might not have a lethal mutation, but they might have like an extremely deleterious mutation. And the more things are dying more quickly from mutating, the less genetic diversity there is. And the less genetic diversity there is, the more inbreeding there is. And the more subsequent, consecutive generations of inbreeding there are, the more severe the mutation. It's a radical feedback loop. What he has proposed is so hilarious on so many levels, not the least of which is the fact that he's just accepting evolution.
This is what they're going to claim, is that it's epigenetics,
right? Yeah,
and that it was built in, that it's created heterozygosity or created adaptation. Basically, that God had planned it all along. That God planned that lizard eat vegetables. So that's what happened. Yeah, and it happened with an epigenetic change, which, by the way, epigenetics transferring from one generation to another. It don't exactly. It does. It's weird. I forget whether it's the male or the female. The female, I believe, gets reset entirely, all the methylation, or no, the male, and the female, I think, lets some methylation through, and it will last for 1 or 2 generations. There's one case where they found in fungi that it lasted for, I think, 100 generations or something, but then it went away. But it's interesting that the epigenetics can create a niche basically, and over a period of time, it could allow mutation to catch up with it. So the mutation would fill in, but epigenetics is not a reliable transfer of information across many generations.
That's right, because epigenetic changes are always reversible.
Yeah, they're very reversible. And in fact, there are features in fertilization and basically the creation of eggs and sperm that reset all of that epigenetics for the most part, except for a few things. There's some methylation that gets through. It's something that we didn't know about, and we found out about 25 years ago or 30.
Mike, why are you talking about this made-up bullshit called epigenetics?
I know.
We just got the real skinny
turbo adaptation.
Clearly turbo adapt. Yes, thank you. You need to turbo adapt your brain to keep up.
So the theory of turbo adaptation is TTA. It's a big thing. TTA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Titties and ass.
Kind of sounds like titty. Titty-a. I don't know, whatever. Tite. Okay, tite. Okay. moving on.
So that doesn't work. And then of course there's the hypocrisy of being willing to accept evolution. There's the mutations. It's such a funny response. This is like the funniest response.
Yeah, we can stop
Jim
it
Bob could
there.
have given
I
me.
think that's everything important I
Okay.
had to say. I just kind of thank
Okay.
him for creating this new field. And I didn't even plug my channel. I should have done that. Jeez. You know what? From now on, when I plug my channel, I need to mention that I'm the second of 2 channels explaining turbo adaptational biology, and that's a real fucking feather in my hat, because that's a niche that isn't overoccupied, and most niches on YouTube are saturated. So, Jim Bob, you changed my life today, dude. Thank you so much.
I wonder.
We needed that inspirational uplift of
Yeah.
new theories and knowledge to help us after lost poor Hayden Panettiere, whatever her last name
Yeah,
was.
Hayden Panettiere. Yeah.
Panettiere.
Dolly, Tim Curry. It's been such a horrible week in terms of loss. I'm glad we have gained
Yeah, for sure.
turbo adaptation.
We were
I don't
living
know.
in a whole new world in so many bad ways, and now we're living in a whole new world in just all kinds of ways. Such amazing ways. Whoever knew that turbo adaptation was so omnipresent and yet completely fucking invisible? That's just amazing.
So I made a little comment here on JimBob's recent video. Let me see here. Where are we? Oh, default. Okay.
You know what?
Did you
I
ever
take it
answer
back
Andrew's
because
question?
you freeze him on great faces too.
I was trying to catch
He's
great
sitting here.
faces.
He's sitting there thinking turbo adaptation was so smart. That was such a
Yep.
smart reply, dude. I totally crushed it. I fucking cooked. I debunked evolution.
Okay, so I'm going to play this little part here where I ask him about the essential feature of a rock.
I'm leaving. Oh, look who's back. Hey, dimbulb, what is the essential property of a rock? The essential property that makes a rock a rock? I guess you would say it's an aggregate of other particulars matter. That's what we would call a rock, that are of non-living things that are accumulated into a solid thing, an object. We call that a rock.
An aggregate of other particulars. What the fuck? I mean, this is like when he had time to think about it, right? And he says, "Oh, a rock is its essential features. It's a non-living thing." So is a tractor. The essential feature of a tractor is it's a non-living thing. It's just like, what the fuck?
We would say it's non-living. That would be the first foremost. It's non-living.
Here we go, Ellen. Let's see here. In fact, cladistics that the absence of a character can't be a defining characteristic of a clade. The analysis can only use characters that are present. Thus, invertebrate is polyphyletic.
Get out of
Is that
here
okay
with
with
that
you,
made up
retard?
shit, Kurt. It's all turbo adaptation. Fucking A.
May I ask a question?
Oh, yeah.
Has Jim Bob run that essential feature? Like, do all mammals have mammary glands thing by y'all before?
Yeah.
All mammals. I think
What's
there's.
he getting at? Because all mammals do have mammary glands.
He's saying that evolution is violating the law of identity, I think,
Oh, yeah, that
basically is what
bullshit.
he's is the general
Yeah,
thrust of the argument.
Yeah. So his he makes an argument here that basically mammals can't come from non-mammals because it's just mind-numbing the way he talks about this. Let me see here.
Doesn't he realize that those categories are just like circles we've drawn around common characteristics that are stable throughout that? Is Mammalia an order? I can't remember. I don't know the groupings very well, the terminology, but that's just a circle we put around characteristics
Right.
that occasionally we we redraw because, we find out that certain things aren't consistent with our definition. We just kind of change that list. I'm not hung up on the fact that it's quote unquote not an essential, because that's his Neoplatonic metaphysic that he wants to bring into this and assume is true, which may not be. So anyway, I just don't get
So,
what he's getting
Look,
at.
there's
What is-
three main ways people fall into conspiracy theories, and one of the most common is just not being very good at critical thinking, just not being able to think about complicated things very well. And I doubt
Andrew-
Jim Bob would be able to get a handle on it if I explained to him that all mammals are still synapsids because of the law of monophily. And a synapsid is technically a non-mammal. So all mammals are non-mammals in a stupid kind of, it's just an emergent property of us trying to describe reality with language, with a map, instead of, the reality itself. It's yeah.
We classify things.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, okay, what is the essential property of a cup? A lot of things, like you could cut a watermelon in half, clean it out, and you'd have a cup, and we could call that a
They're
cup. What is the
non-living.
essential property? Yeah, it's non-living.
Yeah.
But okay, if the essential property, so what is the essential property of the clay that you make the cup out of? So you can't make a cup
Right.
because the clay doesn't have the essential cupness property. I mean, it's like, my God, one thing
No,
changes.
Mike. God put the turbo adaptational potential in the clay,
In the
and then
clay,
your
right.
hand turbo adapted it into a
There you
cup.
go.
But you wouldn't have been able to turbo adapt it into a cup if God hadn't put that turbo adaptational potential into it.
It's created clayosity.
Yeah.
It can be, it can become a statue. Yeah, all kinds
I'm
of
telling
things.
you, man, this
Brick.
turbo adaptation thing is going to break the roof off of everything. We've been sleeping on it.
I know.
Fucking
Oh my
pissed.
God. Yep, potential. They talk about potential too. Anyway, this whole essentialism thing, I don't know if it like, okay, Jim Bob came up with this thing, and it's really interesting. Now, there was that guy that just converted to Catholicism. He was an agnostic. His name is Joe Schmid, I think.
Mhm.
And
He
when you
turbo
listen to
adapted.
his arguments, they're really fucking weak, right? But he has, like, basically he made an argument, like a philosopher will come up with a syllogism, and they'll look at it and they'll say, "Oh my God, this thing is valid, and it looks sound to me because it sounds sound. It sounds good to me." And then all of a sudden they'll believe in it, and they never go outside of it and try to pick apart the premises, right? So Jim Bob came up with this essentialism in biology, and he thought, "Oh my God, I am so brilliant. I am so fucking brilliant." It's kind of cute the way he does that, because look at him. Look at him with his hat, his little hat, he's like a little toddler with a hat. And he comes up with these words, and he reads a little bit of philosophy, or he listens to Jay Dyer or somebody else. Well, in this case, he listened to, what the hell's his name? Nathan Jacobs, about the square, the essential property of a square. And he came up, and it's like, oh, I have this slam dunk argument. Now, evolutionists are just dead in the water now, because I came up with this essentialism argument. And he says that biological categories must likewise possess at least one essential property. His example is mammary glands on mammals. So mammals evolved from ancestors without mammary glands. Therefore, mammary glands cannot really be essential because they arose historically. Yeah. So that is the contradiction in evolution. He thinks that's an actual contradiction in the theory of evolution. So he come up with some words, and he created a construct in his mind, and he became a believer in that construct. And then he totally forgets about reality and how fucking reality works.
It's sophist navel gazing, and so that's the bad thinking part of it. The two other ways people fall into conspiracy theories is they go through some sort of distressing or transformative event, like marrying a Catholic, for instance, or having children that you
Or seeing a pretty girl.
You don't want to tell those children that they're apes or just random bags of chemicals, and you think you would have to tell them that for some reason if evolution were true, for instance. And then the other way people fall into conspiracy theories is they need an ego boost. They just, and it's a quick, easy. Look at him; he's so proud of turbo adaptation, dude. And you know what? I understand. It's a fucking gem. Like, you need to drop more. You need to get into biology more, JimBob, so we can get more gems like turbo adaptation out of you. Because holy cow, there's a Nobel Prize waiting for you, bud.
No, he has not, Andrew. He has not talked to a philosopher about this. And if he did, he wouldn't understand what the philosopher was trying to tell him.
Keep in mind that he thinks Jay Dyer is a philosopher. So
yeah. So I got to tell you a story about a dog. So I was at a party at my friend's house, I don't know, back in the fucking 80s, something like that. And he had this crazy dog, and there were like 5 or 6 dogs at this cabin. And this dog loved rocks, and he would gather rocks up and he would pile them up. And if the other dogs came near his rocks, he would, go and snarl at them and bark at them and stuff. It's like, no, leave my rocks alone. These are my bones. And he would take them out and he would bury them. Well, my friend Rodney was throwing rocks in the lake, and the dog would dive down, get the rock, bring it up on shore, and put it in his pile. Well, then he threw a rock that was too big for the dog to bring up, and the dog almost drowned.
Jeez. Oh, God.
But anyway, that's JimBob with his essentialism. He's got, it's my precious little rock, my precious. It's like Gollum, right? I got my precious. And he's got his, he makes it in his mind, and it sounds reasonable to him. And then he can't fucking shake it. He can't step outside of it and look at it. And it's just so cute to watch a toddler learn philosophical terms.
Yeah.
And create these little precious rocks.
Or to think that he's revolutionized biology just by saying the words turbo adaptation, which, what the fuck?
Well, you got a dog that eats rocks? Just like, oh yeah. And anyway, that's it. He's just a dog with a bone, except it's a fucking rock. It's not a bone, JimBob.
So what's happening here is I think he's trying his very best to regurgitate Kurt Wise with turbo adaptation. I mean, sorry, not with essentialism and whatnot. He's trying to regurgitate Kurt Wise, but probably like third or fourth hand. Like, he's never actually listened to Kurt Wise himself. I can pretty much guarantee that, because he's not interested in that side of evolution denial, the side that tries to be scientific. He takes it on from his pseudo-philosophy standpoint. Kurt Wise really wants to be a scientific young Earth creationist. And Kurt Wise claims that the best model of young Earth creationism involves post-flood rapid diversification, or something like that. It's those 4 words. I'm not sure the exact order. You could say post-flood rapid diversification, or rapid diversification post-flood. But yeah, that's what it is. And he's trying to explain how you didn't need to fit millions of species on the ark. You could fit a much smaller number of species, and those would rapidly diversify after the flood. And ironically, all of Kurt Wise's evidence for this, just like JimBob's evidence, is all evolution. He appeals to horse evolution. He appeals to whale evolution. And he calls this, he appeals to hybridization, different species being capable of forming fertile and infertile hybrids. He refers to evolution as the evidence for post-flood rapid diversification, and JimBob's like trying to copy this, but he doesn't know it well enough. Clearly, he hasn't actually heard it, so he can't do it as sophisticated. So maybe I shouldn't fucking tell him this, because if he does review this, I'll be helping him craft the raw materials for more mindfuckery. You're welcome, JimBob. But usually when he reviews these things, he only does like 3 minutes, and it takes him like 6 hours to do that 3 minutes. So I'd be surprised if he gets to this part. But I hope he does review it, because I know there's got to be some people in his audience who are sitting there going, This shit sounds kind of like evolution, Jim Bob. What the fuck are you talking about?
So anyway, he converts this essentialism into a contradiction. He says it's a contradiction for evolution. And he claims we're so dumb because we don't see what the contradiction is. So organisms possess essential properties, and organisms possess no essential properties because one can evolve into another, right? Because mammals came from not mammals. So he claims that is a contradiction in evolution. So it makes evolution logically impossible. And that's what I mean by creating a little logical thing and thinking that you can somehow apply it to reality, which obviously it doesn't apply to reality.
And from a more broad view, what he's doing is mentally masturbating with mental gymnastics so he can avoid thinking about the fact that he thinks whales fucking turbo adapted from land and mammals into fucking whales.
Yep. Yeah, if Jim Bob read Wittgenstein, what do you think would happen? It would just be a fucking shit show. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway.
My cheeks hurt from laughing too much. Oh, my gut is in pain.
Yeah. So his obvious problem is that biology doesn't require immutable essences for taxa, and taxa aren't required for evolution. Taxa are categories that we basically, the way I explain it is we memoize, right?
Yeah.
We write in our notebook that this population all seems to be, they're mating together, they're running together, they look the same, or they're very similar.
They're turbo adapting together.
We call it a species, but that's just us writing a memo in a notebook. That's what naturalists do. It isn't anything ontological about that fucking memo, right?
Every time I say turbo adapt,
oh, you're gonna hurt yourself.
I know.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I need to turbo evolve some laughing resistance.
Okay, true capitalist. These aren't arguments. What do you mean? I explained it to you. I explained why Jim Bob is wrong. Why is that not an argument? I'd like you to come on board and explain to us why that's not an argument. I showed you what Jim Bob thinks, what his idea is, and I explained to you that essential properties are not a feature that biology requires. Has nothing to do with biology, right?
True capitalist.
And then he says, so why are you guys talking smack behind his back? Because you can't talk to him because he is a bully and he likes to control the conversation by making fun of you, putting up memes, muting you. He's got all
playing violin music over you.
You can't talk to him, right? So I mean,
not a serious interlocutor.
Not a serious interlocutor. Yeah.
But nevertheless, true capitalist, I was in his chat all fucking day today saying, hey, Jim Bob, I turbo evolved my way through my front door, and you want to turbo adapt a way for me to call in, and I can turbo adapt some things to say about turbo adaptation, and he fucking ignored me every time. So fuck you. He's open to debate. He muted me. I constantly asked him if he wanted to fucking have a conversation. So you're full of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Turbo adapt the ability to not be a fucking liar, you piece of shit.
Here's a brilliant argument by a Jim Bob fan, one of the Jim Bob groupies. You turds are. That's it. That's the level of your fucking argument.
Turbo adapt something better to say, you fuckwit.
Tell me why essential features are necessary for biology, and show me in a biology book where they talk about essential features of clades. Just tell me where the fuck they talk about that. It's just like, Jesus.
I think Jim Bob turbo adapted all his fans over here.
Yeah.
I'm never going to let you guys live this down, that you actually believe this shit. This fucking moronic shit that so clearly he just spun it on the spot. Do you think he had this information in his brain beforehand, or it just popped out of him? Because I feel this seems like just popped out levels. Like this is about the same level of the shit that just pops out of me when I sit down on the toilet.
Okay. Kurt just explained Jim Bob really well here with an ape who can read philosophy. They just don't understand it. Anyway.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. What's your name? Who's
We're
name?
already
What are we
debating.
talking about?
We've already set up a debate, dude.
Yeah, he is going to debate him. And, it'll go the usual bullshit where Jim Bob just, was incredulous.
Yeah,
Oh, you're just not getting it.
He declares himself the emperor of science and treats science like to know that Pluto revolves around the sun. You have to sit and fucking stare at Pluto all day, or you have to do some kind of fucking experiment to prove that Pluto rotates around this. He doesn't understand what science is, because all a good theory has to be able to do to be a good theory is two things. One, it has to be able to explain a large body of observations with a model that contains few arbitrary elements. That's number one. And number two, it has to be able to successfully make predictions about future data. That's fucking it. And evolution does both of those things in spades. Evolution explains captured viral DNA. Evolution explains genetic similarity. Evolution explains more heuristic morphological similarity. Evolution explains selective breeding and observable adaptation in evolution. And it made successful predictions about the existence of countless fossil species. It made successful predictions about the proportions of genetic similarity between species indicated by how close they are taxonomically. So, yeah, he basically has fucking nothing. And the ironic thing is, he admits to evolution. He wants to debate evolution. He fucking admits it. He just calls it turbo adaptation.
Yeah.
He admitted to evolution before the turbo adaptation shit. He admits to changes in allele frequency, which is all fucking evolution is. So, yeah.
So does he believe that if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, that it's not a duck? I mean,
I guess. I don't know. What is the essential feature of a duck? Is it a bill? Is it the web feet? Is it the quack? What is it?
Look, clearly,
which one of them are essential?
We're just not appreciating the genius of turbo adaptational biology like true capitalist is. Yeah. And true capitalist, I think you clearly, since you understand it better than us, and we're all admitting to being total noobs at turbo adaptational biology. Why don't you come on up and explain it, bud?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yep. Oh, my goodness.
The JimBobian revolution.
Indeed.
JimBobian revolution.
We are witnessing a true revolution, a true upheaval in scientific history. We're very privileged to be a part of this this time and space. Very lucky.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I want to go watch Rocky Horror Picture Show again.
Yeah, you want to turbo adapt your TV to show some time warp?
Yeah. I want to. God, I love the music on that thing. I used to dance to that. It was just wonderful. I just loved it. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to bring up the words turbo adaptation in like every single sentence I say to Jim Bob from now on.
We have to make this famous. This must be famous. Kenny, you can debate Jim Bob on a topic.
I'm going to debate him. I've debated him on this topic twice already. What the fuck are you talking about? You need to turbo adapt some awareness.
True capitalist. Come on, let's set it up on my channel, and we'll have you can pick a moderator, and you and I can have a conversation about turbo adaptation.
I would love it.
Essentialism. Biological essentialism and how it's a contradiction for biology. I would love to talk to you.
Oh, he's back.
Please.
I was starting to get tired, and now I'm refueled. Please, Jim Bob, you have to come up and share with us the auspices of this JimBobian field of biology you founded today. I have questions, man. I need you to teach me, because nobody in college is going to teach me about this turbo adaptation stuff. They're just not woke like that. They're not. I don't know. They're just not smart enough. Maybe you could tell me, hook me up.
Have you ever seen a debate where anybody got anywhere at all? Have you ever seen a debate that had any fucking purpose other than being a good 7th grade English project?
Debates helped me figure out that creationism was bullshit. So I think they do some
Really?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Like
I guess that's good.
R and Raw debating Hovind was a big one. There were a couple.
Tell me about
Oh,
rapid
no.
adaptations.
Okay.
JimBob.
So, well, shit, that's no fun then, because all you're doing then is you're just you're copying Kurt Wise's post-flood rapid diversification, except you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so you do a horrible job of it. So that's lame. And his shit is bullshit too and isn't fucking true at all. So fuck, man. You just rained on my parade so bad. Damn it.
JimBob, post your papers here, please. I'll make you a standard moderator for a moment. Post your papers. You have 2 of them, one from 22 and one from 26. Let me see your papers on turbo adaptation. I want to see them. I want to see how they explain, all the different tigers and lions and kitties and all that stuff.
I could be wrong. The only thing I know of that's anything like what you're talking about is Kurt Wise's post-flood rapid diversification. So if that's not what you're appealing to, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So
yeah. Well,
I thought this was something you just made up on the spot. Kind of sounds like that.
We've observed evolution, and he's probably got a couple of papers that are going to talk about an observation of evolution in action. And I want to read the papers. Come on, JimBob.
It's going to be a paper about the Macau lizard. We already went over that. That's speciation. That's literally macroevolution. A population migrated to a new ecology, and the members of that population that developed the mutations that allowed them to survive once insectivorous food sources were gone, they survived and they passed on those mutations. So it's literally an example of fucking macroevolution. But yeah. Wu ex Bellagio. What year? Who was the lead author? Was it Wu? I'm guessing Wu because those aren't put alphabetically there.
Okay, did he post them? Okay, Wu. Okay, is that one paper? Or is that more than one paper?
And we need a year.
Oh, okay. So he has 2 papers. Okay. One is on in 22. Let me see here. We got, hang on a second. I've got to stop this shit and I'll go look it up. We take a look at the papers. Let's see here. Okay. Rudman, Colby. There are other papers on rapid adaptation from those years. But let's take a look and see if we can find this one. Rapid adaptation and extinction in synchronized outdoor evolution experiments of Arabidopsis.
That's weird that the word evolution is right in the title there. Huh.
Yeah. Okay, Arabidopsis. Okay, what was the other one? Let me see here. Ooh, the other paper is by Bonnet. Okay, hang on a second here. Let me get that one. I downloaded the first one. Now we'll download the second one. Papers. Come on, dude. Come on. Stop this. Stop doing this.
It's not a word concept fallacy, JimBob. What I'm pointing at in a very subtle way is that the authors of that paper almost certainly disagree with whatever conclusion you're drawing from their work. And they probably say so directly in the paper. It's called a Trojan source. It's something evolution deniers do a lot. In fact, if it weren't for Trojan sources, I don't think they'd have any sources at all.
Okay, genetic variance in fitness indicates rapid contemporary adaptive evolution in wild animals. So so this variation in a population. So
both of these papers are saying evolution in the title.
What does he say? What did he say?
Read the titles of both of those papers again, if you would, Mike.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. I have to go back. Let's see. The first one is genetic variance in fitness indicates rapid contemporary adaptive evolution in wild animals. That was one.
Okay, so sounds like the title of that paper, what it's saying there, Jim Bob, is one more time for me, Mike.
Okay. I went back to the first
really,
one now.
Really slow. Yeah, okay, do the first one. Just do it slow.
Rapid adaptation and extinction in synchronized outdoor evolution experiments of Arabidopsis.
Rapid adaptation. So what that is, Jim Bob, is that's called, those are mutations happening in the genome. And when those mutations happen, sometimes some of those mutations are bad and those things get filtered right out, right? Is what happens. And then sometimes some of those mutations are good. And this paper is talking about good mutations getting clutched together by natural selection and creating evolutionary change in a time that's a little faster than what we normally think. Oh man, like, oh God. No, he's totally right. This paper totally disproves evolution and proves turbo adaptational biology. Fucking A, man. I'm stupid. I didn't see it. Wow.
Yeah, when it comes to adaptation, basically, in Arabidopsis, they are most certainly talking about genetic variation in the population being selected by natural selection, causing rapid evolution. Let's see here.
That's turbo adaptation, Mike. It uses the exact same mechanisms as evolution, but it's something different, okay?
Yeah,
so just stop calling it that.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we got new words for it now. Yeah. Okay. Downloads, handles. Oh my God, it didn't download either of those papers for me for some reason. Let me see here. Okay, PDF. Oh my God, are you kidding me? They're not going to download this one.
I know, me too, Spooky.
Let me go get it. Okay, yeah, well, I'll take a look at both papers and I'll have a really good comeback for you there, Jim Bob, because I can actually understand what these fucking papers say. and they hardly ever say what you guys think they
Notice
say.
Neither of those papers put the words turbo adaptation, a new model of biological diversity, or anything like that. Yeah. Right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna die. Frankly, I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna just die and go straight to heaven. Oh man.
Oh shit, that paper's gonna be... Okay, I gotta find these papers. Okay. Oh
yeah, obviously we're not gonna read these papers right now. Usually when I read a scientific paper, I spend a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 days reading it. And those that's for a paper that's only like 2 or 3 pages. It really depends on the number of pages. So obviously we're not going to reply right now, but initial impression, you're just using Trojan sources and drawing such a wildly disproportional conclusion from them, like because these papers are talking about instances where species developed mutations a little more rapidly and selection acted on these mutations a little more rapidly, or both, somehow proves that all the species that got off the ark diversified into every modern species in just a few hundred years.
My goodness.
Do you know what you would need for that? Like mathematically, think about. I think if you do the math on that, you literally need a new elephant every single generation. Yeah. You would have to have every single elephant until recorded history give birth to an organism that is a completely different species from it. The thing that you guys say never happens. So that's really interesting. It's really interesting. It's almost like you came up with something that's dumb as fuck.
Yes, we did the math on evolution. It's called the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, and it compares populations against a hypothetical null population that never evolves. And the only way that hypothetical null population never evolves is by being of infinite size. It never migrates. It has no mutations. Natural selection doesn't act on it at all, and it mates completely randomly. There's not a single species that's actually like that. So every species is actually evolving, and we're going to go ahead and mute you for using a misogynist slur against one of the other chat guests. Ooh, you naughty little boy.
Did you have to do that?
What a bad... This is no way for a turbo adaptational biologist to act, Jim Bob.
I know. You're shooting yourself in the foot. We're making you famous here.
Oh, I guess I can't put him in timeout. Am I not a mod on your channel?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I've got to take away his rights.
Oh, there we go.
Take away his rights. Remove his standard moderator. Okay, now you can time him out.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. What the fuck? What am I doing? Now I'm distracted. Give me a paper to read. I love papers.
Isn't there a whole branch of science that does the math on evolution?
Yeah, it's called population genetics.
Yeah, it's dedicated to doing that. So read some of those papers.
Scott, all that bullshit. Don't you know that's all turbo adaptation? And we didn't have to do the fucking math on that at all. But that's what it is. So just get used to it. And stop asking questions. Like, how does this work genetically?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's too funny.
Anyway, I will have to go find those papers somewhere because my usual methods are not working. So anyway, they're behind paywalls. There must be a place where they're not behind paywalls, unless JimBob doesn't really have the papers. Maybe he just made it up. I don't know.
Well, there's a method of reading where you look for only what you think will support your point of view.
Yeah,
the title. Yeah.
It's called cherry picking.
Yeah, and cherry picking. Yeah, both of those things.
That's
confirmation bias. Confirmation bias can lead to cherry picking, interestingly. So, like, a great example is, like, let's say there's a jar on the table and it's got 10 beans in it. But for some reason, I really want to believe there's only 8 beans in that jar. Well, when I open it up and I count it, I could, like, just do a really bad job of counting it. Like, I could do a really incomplete job and be like, oh, no, 8. There was 8 in there. Or I might, like, not look at a corner of the jar intentionally so that I only count the 8 beans I want to count. Or I can just refuse to do a thorough job at all, right? Like, there's all kinds of ways that you can end up selecting the evidence you want from as a subset of the set of total evidence that actually, gives a much clearer view, which is exactly what evolution deniers do with evolution. They look at how complex a cell is. They look at how complex modern organisms that have been shaped by billions of years of evolution are, and then they just do an appeal to incredulity.
Oh, I got one of the papers. Ha ha.
Oh, put it up.
Hey, by the way, let me run this by you, because isn't it true that it's been known for a long, long time that some adaptations happen quickly and then some take a long time to take root in a population?
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like you're talking about the real turbo adaptational biology. So I can answer this. Yes, that's been known for a very long time. It's called punctuated equilibrium. It's a theory by Gould. Yeah. And of course,
isn't there a
and of course the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium illustrates that mathematically. The more divergent from that null hypothesis a species distribution of alleles is, which you can calculate with a formula that goes p squared plus 2pq plus q squared, where p is the presence of dominant alleles, q is the presence of recessive alleles, p squared is homozygous dominant alleles, and 2pq is heterozygous alleles, where you have both a dominant and a recessive allele, and q squared is homozygous recessive alleles. But we haven't done the math on this, so
you know.
For instance, isn't there a population of wolves right now that up in Canada that is developing webbed feet across its population because it spends so much more time now in rivers and streams and has learned to eat a lot of fish?
Yes.
So yeah, things can happen quickly, but then there are also things that happen slowly, and it's not either or, which is a thing that fundamentalist Christians and I guess fundamentalist Eastern Orthodox Neoplatonists get caught up in.
A fascinating example of that is the adaptations that have been elicited from fennec foxes and a couple of other fox species. They've been selected for neotenous features. Those are features that remind us of infants. Neoteny is a very common evolutionary phenomena. Turbo adaptational phenomena. And I guess we're going to have to rebuild our understanding of it from the ground up now that we know about turbo adaptation. It's so amazing, JimBob. Thank you so much, dude. This is just great. It's amazing. The gems and the brilliance that comes out of your mind, it shines a light on the whole world. It's just so beautiful. I almost don't know if I can debate you anymore. It'd be like trying to debate like fucking Darwin or Einstein or some shit. Like you're a founder of science now. There's a whole JimBobian. Oh wait, no, that's right. You already told us you didn't even come up with this yourself. Fuck, man. That really ruined my shtick. Why'd you have to do that?
Oh, you thought he did it? Okay, I found the other one. That's by Woo.
He can still get credit for it. I mean, just because he didn't invent it doesn't mean he won't get credit for it.
That's true.
At, like who discovered the background radiation? There were other people involved.
Okay.
Yep. Stephen Hawking never got a Nobel Prize for that, for predicting it before there was any data to support it. Well, there was data to support it, but not like the CMB. And then this team is pointing their satellite dishes out into space, and they're getting all this weird input. And they're like, I think birds are shitting in our satellite dish. And some student comes up and he's like, no, that's the echo of the Big Bang that you're looking at. And they're like, oh shit, it is. And they won a Nobel Prize for that, but not Stephen Hawking. Completely accidental discovery.
Well, let's see. Slides and PDFs. No, can't do that. I'm not set up to share the paper now, but I think I'm going to go read the paper. So the rapid adaptation and Arabidopsis says contemporary evolution in natural environments is being documented in many plant and animal species. In other words, this is more evolution that we have observed. That's what we're saying. Okay, that's his favorite paper, Woo 2026. Yeah. The tempo, genetic architecture, predictability, population remains unclear for most species. Okay, the gold standard is Arabidopsis. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I'm going to pee myself.
This is great. Okay. So here we have it.
Oh, I need to turbo adapt a stronger bladder so I don't wet myself from laughing.
Yeah, we did a turbo bladder.
You're going to get quoted on that across all your debating websites.
Okay.
Oh my God. I haven't laughed that hard since I was a little girl. Thank you.
Well, maybe I'll spend some time reading these papers. Maybe we could do another stream tomorrow and talk about JimBob's papers that he provided to prove us wrong, because this sort of proves evolution wrong, right? It's what he's thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we could prove turbo adaptation. We could claim it as our theory.
Oh yeah, fuck you, JimBob. Let's steal it out from under him.
We're going to steal it from him.
That's right.
Thank you.
Better watch it.
Provided us with 2 papers that prove it.
We really need to get him on stage now so we can brain rape him.
Yeah, brain rape him. We should say brain grape, because this is
my
YouTube,
bad.
right?
Right.
Brain graping.
Yeah.
Brain grape.
In Minecraft. Yeah.
Graping. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea that we do because, like I said, my cheeks are starting to hurt from laughing. My
yeah.
eyes are starting to tear up. Oh,
Yes.
turbo adaptation.
I
I'm
hope you're
going to clip
trembling
your
because
laughs for
according
all of my
to
laugh tracks.
according to true capitalists, you're not ready for a debate.
Oh, I'm gonna get smoked by the world's premier turbo adaptational biologist. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to back out.
Yeah, back out. I would. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to wrap it up. Go over to, I've linked Austin's video in the description and the source video, which is where he got it from.
Yeah, turbo adapt the ability to hit the like button. Turbo adapt the ability to hit subscribe. Turbo adapt your subscription list to include answers in atheism and scientific origins. And
Right.
turbo adapt your ability to leave some comments. Leave some comments about what kind of turbo adaptations you want. You want to turbo adapt the ability to fly? You want to turbo adapt an extra set of arms? JimBob's the one you got to ask, apparently.
Yep.
All right,
Okay,
we're
boys and
turbo
girls,
adapted and out of here.
we're ending. Goodbye, cruel world. We are out.